Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Radium and today I have another episode of my Eternity mode playthrough. So this is definitely going to be an interesting one. I don't really know what to say, but for a start we pretty much are ready to go straight to the Celestial events after I update you on one or two little things. For a start, I've obtained a few more accessories, just ones that I can pretty much access at this point, and also reforged some stuff. And the only other noteworthy thing right now is that I've got myself a Rod of Discord after very intensive grinding. Just kidding, Ultimate Battler makes it slightly easier, luckily. So this should definitely be something interesting. And I really don't know how this episode's going to go, but quite frankly, I'm pretty much ready to just give the cultists a try, as we are now. So let's just kill them dead. Let's see, Lunatic Sigil, I'll take that, whatever that is. We'll go up here as well, so we can maximise the Tsunami's power. What in the hell is going on? What is this? I've never seen this before. Oh my god, this is such a strange cultist fight. Oh, and it didn't give me a chance to get into the correct arena, so I'm just kind of chilling here. So I am going to guess the tactic is to just spray the crap out of things and just fly around, if I'm correct. And just try and dodge as much as possible. Those fireballs are mine. Oh god. What? What? Okay, get out of there. Oh, this is really confusing. But we're doing okay so far. We're not taking too many hits, so this is genuinely quite a simple boss in comparison to the others. But I also need to keep track that I'm not doing too much damage, so I'm going to try encircling the boss a little bit more. They don't seem to do enough damage to kill me, but I can guarantee they will do over time. And my buffs are pretty much the same as last time, so we should be alright. We are doing good DPS when we're hitting, however, but we're not hitting all that much, so I'm guessing at this stage I can kind of drop down and do some tanky hits. I really cannot tell right now, and this is starting to lag badly. I am sorry about that. Oh god, okay, 500 HP. 100, wait, I just lost all of my health. What? I don't know what happened at all. What the hell? One random attack out of all of those just did so much more damage than the rest. That was really strange. Okay, I've readjusted my loadout and I'm ready to give this another try now. The Lunatic Sigil is a really good way of summoning this fight. And if I spam these shots up, then they should come down and do a bunch of damage if I'm lucky. So, let's see. Yeah, this is doing a lot more damage. And oh my god, that massive Dungeon Guardian is so cool. Oh my god, this is a very weird fight because something is doing so much damage and I can't tell what it is yet. It's very odd, but very hard to gauge simultaneously. Okay, there we go, the massive eye looking thing. Just spamming is doing the job, but I really don't know what to think. And yeah, this is doing so much better. I might honestly just sit here and spam, because I feel like we can just do it from here without trying that hard. Wow, so all you really needed to do was sit there. Good to know, game. However, we have now got the Celestial Seal. Permanently increases the number of accessory slots. Okay. So now we have 7 accessories. Oh my god, that's great. What do I want on? I guess logistically I should put the Supreme Deathbringer Fairy back on. But give me a moment to process what just happened, and I'll be back with you guys momentarily. The first thing I want to do is head straight for the Vortex Pillar here. This may be questionable by some of you, but personally, I'm a massive fan of the Vortex weapons, so I'm definitely going to be doing this first. Additionally, I'm going to turn frame skip off. It's going to limit my DPS. No, it's going to limit my FPS. And it's going to slow the game down slightly, but at least it's going to be looking slightly smoother, which I feel is quite important when recording. Just like normal, this is going to be quite dull. Like, very simplistic to do, and it's just going to take a lot of time, but it will be over soon enough, and I'm going to cut to the end of the pillar. Okay, we are now approaching the final 20% of the pillar. I think I'm actually going to have to majorly adjust my loadout, because these new accessories, like the new forces, are making my game lag so much. So I do reckon I'm going to have to get rid of them, unfortunately, no matter how powerful they are. And just try and find a way around it, I suppose. Let's see, the pillar now has 40,000 health, which is interesting. It's a change, at least. And it now attacks, which is really neat in my opinion. I wonder if anything happens if you lose, because I'm kind of nervous to find out. But we should be alright. Yeah, there we go. Did a lot of damage to us in the end, but we didn't die once during this pillar. Thanks to some relatively good RNG, I have enough to craft both weapons, but for now, I think... Actually, you know, I will craft both of them, I will. Because the Phantasm's going to be very good for this kind of situation, I think. But personally, I'm a massive fan of the Vortex Beater, and that's most likely the weapon I'm going to use for the Moonlord in the end. Okay guys, I've discovered something very interesting for the Stardust Pillar. I can't actually attack. So what I'm having to do is use my Sharknadoes and my minions from the abilities to kill the enemies and just levitate around. So you can't actually use ranged weapons because they just shoot confetti out, which is a very interesting mechanic and a very, very smart one in my opinion. And my guess is that you have to use weapons exclusive to that pillar to defeat the enemies there. Like, for example, I can only use summon weapons here as far as I understand. And the lag is pretty significant, and this is going to be very slow due to me only being able to use Sharknadoes to kill. But I'm going to finish this up and I'll meet you guys back after the pillar has fallen. Okay guys, the pillar has now opened up, which is very interesting, but there are some horrible noises going on. I'm so sorry about this. And I don't even know what's making those sound effects. But I'm just going to fly around and hope that my Stardust minions can kill these guys before I get overloaded. Okay guys, the pillar is pretty much dead now. This was an absolute nightmare to do and the lag is still horrible. And that bloody sound effect is as well. I have no idea what just happened. I don't like any of it, and now, thank God, I can use my Vortex Beater just to destroy everything. Oh god, that was horrendous. But we can head back now and we can craft ourselves up something useful. Which is most likely, well, obviously going to be the Stardust Dragon stuff. This weapon is amazing in my eyes and will always be a summon I get. Just because of how fun it is to use, and it's just really good, so. Here we go with the boy. There we go, look at him. And I need to rearrange my accessories once more. The only real option I have for a magic weapon is the Razorblade Typhoon, but it's pretty solid, so we should be alright to do this. And I've additionally crafted myself up some mana slots. So these discs are now absolutely massive thanks to certain items. And once I turn Ultimate Peaceful off, we can really get going with this. Now, I think this is a really good idea what they've done here. Because you have to fight the enemies here with certain items, and that's a really clever idea. It really makes you have to, like, use multiple classes whether you want to or not. And I'm going to struggle here slightly because I've never prepared for anything but Ranger. But I still think that's a really, really cool idea regardless. So once again, I'm just going to plow through these battles. It's nothing spectacular, it's just a Nebula Pillar with mage weapons. Which I haven't been using much, but it doesn't make it any more interesting in my opinion. So as always, I'll meet you guys back once the pillar is ready to be defeated. Okay, now I believe this pillar is just about to open up, which is really exciting because it means we're pretty much ready to give the Moonlord a go. After the solar pillar is defeated, of course, and I'm really debating what's the best way to do the solar pillar, as I am kind of clueless in all honesty. It's not one I do, like, with melee weapons normally, as I normally use another class, but we will see, I guess. And it could just be an absolute pain, but I mean, the pillar's open, so we can start shredding it through. I noticed the pillar can now teleport, which is definitely a welcome change. These minor little things are so nice in this mod, in my opinion. Like, Eternity mode is just like a lesson for what Master mode should have been, in my opinion. And if they're ever going to add another mode in the game, because I heard rumours that Relogic were going to add one more significant change in 1.4.1, then this is what they should aspire their mode to be like. Even if it's slightly more refined, because obviously this is a mod at the end of the day. But it's definitely something to look up to. Okay guys, I finally obtained that Possessed Hatchet luckily, so now we can just start decimating these guys. This weapon is pretty good, although not as good as I most likely remember it, because obviously these enemies are going to be a lot stronger than I recall. But it should still get the job done after a while, and I will die a couple of times on this pillar, I can guarantee it, but that's alright. I don't mind, because it'll definitely give me that feeling of nerves when the Moonlord fight actually happens. Which I'm definitely experiencing already, because I have no idea what changes the Moonlord's going to have. In terms of this though, all the pillars have had really neat changes. The Lunatic Cultist was still pretty easy once I got the hang of it. But it had this really weird effect, and I'm very nervous if the Moonlord has that as well. Because it literally two-shot me with whatever debuff that was. And if I get that again, I'm pretty sure I'm done. The end of the solar pillar is almost upon us, luckily. This has been a really long time compared to the other ones, but it's because I'm using a subpar weapon with a non-optimized loadout, and literally nothing to boost the damage at all. But that's alright, because we've pretty much done it regardless. And the only thing I need to worry about now is the pillar, which I'm very excited to see. If it has any new effects, let's ultimate peaceful this boy. And let's just take our time with it. Let's see. Okay, it doesn't seem to be... Yeah, there are changes for it. Nice. Happy to see it. Even if it's minor things like that doesn't make much of a difference compared to the normal game. But it's something new, and that's really nice. Like, having this exclusive to Master Mode, in my opinion, would be great. And as said before, Relogic should be taking notes on Eternity Mode. Oh lord, this is going to be fun. Moonlord time. And the scary thing is I have no idea how prepared I am. Like, I could be there, or I could not be there. I have no clue. And, oh, apparently there's a solar eclipse. That's fun. Oh god, solar eclipse and this. That's going to be enjoyable. Additionally, Golem's kind of broken my arena, but that's alright. We can work our way around it. And I think I'm just shy of having enough shots for this Lunar Hook, which is really annoying. In terms of my weapon, I'm honestly going to be using this, the Vortex Beater, as I prefer it personally. In terms of the rest of my stuff, I'm pretty sure I've got the best loadout I can have. Let's see. Shadow Force might be better. But yeah, I'd say that's better than Terra Force. And it doesn't give me those awkward big weapons, which don't look good. So let me summon up my Dragon Staff, obviously enough. And we'll be able to give this boy a go. Oh man. Alright, let's do this. What is going on? Why is it so laggy? Jesus Christ, the lag. Hang on, lads. I need to do something about this, okay? Let me take off that bloody accessory because it lags the game way too much. And Jesus Christ, what is going on? He's not taking any damage, which is strange. I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing something, but this is very odd. Oh God, what am I supposed to do? I'm literally doing 0 damage. And he's lagging the game so badly I can't do anything. Oh, there we go. Something changed. What the hell? Why did I just do so much damage all of a sudden? Oh God, what is going on? This is so confusing, but I think I'm doing good damage. That was like a really weird, like, first phase, I guess you could call it. That was very strange, but this is doing so much damage. Moonlord's Core. Okay, let's just keep flying around. Ooh, that's such a cool effect. It lags the game so much. And I'm so sorry that the game's lagging like this. I have no idea why. This is breaking the game like it is, but there's nothing I can really do about it. Jesus, my game did not like the Nebula one. Okay, it's getting... No, I was going to say it was getting better, but not really. I'm just going to stop firing for a moment and just focus on flying around. We can damage the core again now, though, so that's something to cling on to. Ah, God. It's weird, because his attacks aren't that difficult. But it just lags the game so hard. It's honestly just not enjoyable to watch. So I am sorry about this. I might do this fight again another time to see whether it's just my game being weird, but I couldn't tell you for sure. Okay, we're back onto this Abyss effect now. And this was honestly so easy. I'm not sure if that was supposed to be that easy. I'm not even using that many buffs. Like, I'm using vanilla buffs and then a couple of non-calamity ones, so that should be fair. We got a galactic globe. We got a celebration. It knows its place. And obviously that. We've started to grind towards Luminite stuff, a portal gun, which is also nice. And I have no idea what the Galactic Globe does, but it looks pretty damn good. I'd say this is an upgrade from the Force of Life that I have, and this is going to be much better. Thanks to the Operator NPC I have, I can in fact buy treasure bags, so I'm tempted to save up for one now. Just so I can continue getting myself some more Luminite and such. And I'm pretty sure from that NPC I can also buy Vortex Fragments, because Or just for the sake of simplicity, really. That's all there really is to it. So I am kind of lost at this stage, unfortunately, just because there's not really a set direction we can go. I need to figure out what to do because I've never been this far in the mod before. And I believe there are some bosses past this stage, but I'm going to need a moment to recalibrate and figure it out. The solar eclipse has just ended as well, but now it's time to get ourselves 2 more treasure bags and hope that we got our last prism. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted an SDMG, man, but that's alright. I can make do with what we've got now, because more importantly than these items, I need to save up for something else. And I believe that this guy sells them now, if I look. Yeah, vortex fragments, so I need to calculate how many I need for the vortex armor, which would be 45, and then I definitely have enough other stuff, so 45. From here is not much, and I overbought, but that's alright. Now, I'm pretty confident that we can get ourselves everything else we need. I'm going to have to mine this down because Gollum seems like he's permanently broken my spawn. I mean, we move. And now, by turning these into Luminite bars, we'll have all the resources we could ever want. And I'm fine for the time being without having the SDMG. It's not mandatory, just an item I'd really like in the long run. So Vortex, Vortex, and Vortex. This is going to be such a significant upgrade when compared to Shroomite that it's really going to be night and day, basically. Although the bonus is pretty useless again, and it just does a lot of damage for us, so this weapon's going to be perfectly good now, and there's another boss we have to do, known as the Abomination, which is this guy. So I'm incredibly excited to try it out. I just need to buy a bunch of stuff from him, and I'll be back with you guys in a moment. Okay guys, after a little bit of scavenging around in my chests, I found some good stuff, luckily. I found, for a start, you can trade in a single treasure bag from the Moonlord to one of the items and sacrifice the other drops. So I've just got a free SDMG, basically, and this is going to act as one of my best weapons for a while, I'm guessing. But there's also a bunch of items I can now craft, so there's literally like 4, but all of them are so big. So I'm going to start with, let's start with the Heart of the Eternal. This is a combination of items throughout the game. I had to do some events that I haven't done much before. But we've got it now, as well as Luminite bars and Deviating Energy. And it crafts this brilliant accessory by the looks of things. 10 defense and a bunch of debuffs. And overall it just looks really good. Does a lot as well. Next up, we've got the Sniper's Soul, which is very interesting. It's a combination of pretty much every single weapon you could think of in hard mode. And it's basically the equivalent of the Sharpshooter's Essence in, like, soul form. And it gives me just incredible stat bonuses, and it's lucky, which is really good. The next one I'm really excited about, the Big Sting. It's an insanely fast ranged weapon, and it should be really fun to use. For those curious, this is what the weapon does. It's quite interesting. It fires its own projectiles, and it fires its own stingers. So I'm going to say I'm pretty much retiring bows for the time being, but I have an endless Luminite quiver and pouch for if I ever need to use either of the two. But still, I'm feeling pretty confident in the SDMG, and with the Heart of the Eternal, it's even faster. So I believe there's one more thing I need to craft, though, if I'm correct, and it's because I ran out of inventory space. Combining all of these, I'm going to be making this thing called the Colossus Soul, which is debatable by some people, but I very much want this item. It looks really good to me. It's basically the equivalent of a Deific Amulet from Calamity, if any of you are familiar with that item. Just a survivability over anything else, really. And lastly, I want a dash. So that's my loadout. There's something else we need to do now, known as the Abomination's Curse. This is an item crafted from a Goblin Battle Standard, a Pirate Map, Pumpkin Moon Medallion, a Naughty Present, a Snow Globe, an Eternia Crystal, and 5 Luminite bars. And as far as I understand, this summons a new boss, so I'm kind of nervous. This could go very badly, but if it does, then screw it, we'll learn from it. This is a boss, and I am nervous about it, but, you know, you don't know things until you try them. And, oh god, it's another laggy fight. Oh god, it lags like hell. Jesus Christ. This might be another one that takes a while, but I might cut to a successful attempt for you guys. Hey guys, this is post-editing Radium here. Obviously enough I couldn't speak during this fight, but I have to say this was probably the most difficult fight I've ever done. Battles like Supreme Calamitous, Yorin and the Devourer of Gods from the Calamity mod all felt relatively balanced, but this one felt really out of my depth because this is straight after the Moonlord, with little to no upgrades in terms of weapon and armor, or literally none, and in terms of accessories there were the souls, but nothing much past that, and there was obviously a massive learning curve for this fight. However, after numerous failed attempts, I slowly began making progress, getting into the second half of the fight, in which everything basically doubles in difficulty, and the deaths just excel basically. There's no other way of putting this. This is the most difficult fight I think I've ever done so far in Terraria. And I hope these deaths give the fight like some meaning and show you guys the summary of 2 hours of attempts. This is obviously not it. I had to cut most of them out, and this is the successful one you're seeing here. And so I'm going to let you all enjoy the remainder of this attempt and just show you what 2 hours of your life can really accomplish. I hope you all enjoy. Where? Oh my god. Oh my god. We did it. Jesus Christ. I have no idea where my loot is, but we did it. Jesus. That's the strangest feeling I've ever had whilst doing a fight, because I literally feel no reward whatsoever. That was just kind of it, wasn't it? I don't even know how to feel after that. It doesn't feel good, I'll tell you that much. It just feels kind of... It just feels like something, I guess. So, we got abominable scales and abominable wand, so... That's pretty cool, but... That's strange looking, but kind of cool, I guess. I don't know what you do with these abominable scales, but it seems like pretty much the best items in the game, I guess you could say. Okay guys, I think I'm going to end this one here. I know this may be slightly shorter of an episode, but it's just because I intend on doing the mutant as like a finale, and I think a 5-part series would be really good for this. So with that said, I have to say thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy, then feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, I will see all of you in the next one. Peace out, guys.